Hey guys, and welcome back. I am the Seven Swords, and in the last episode, we explored the Forgotten City and its ruins. Um, so far, all we've seen is a bunch of broken corpses. One guy who we are probably it might have been the brother, but he was a little old for that, and he was trying to prevent us from getting the lake house key, which we now have. Now we can head inside. Let's head inside and see what's up. We've entered the lake house. We could go through the strange door, but I don't know if that's probably not a good idea right now. We have the lake house key, so we can open this chest without much work. Got some arrows, some ingots, some oil. I will take that. I will take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. We're also gonna take the ingots. I just thought of a reason why we were gonna want the ingots. We're gonna want some money, and that'll be good for some money. We could always go through the lake house door and see what happens, but not really something we would want to do just yet. We have a broken soul gem and a letter. Melius's note.
7 years ago, I discovered this wondrous city uninhabited. Others soon followed, heeding my invitation, and our community grew and prospered under my rule. But as I write this, I am alone once again, for my subjects have been the victims of an unspeakable atrocity. This is why, at the expense of my own life, I must open a portal that will take you into the past, before all this began. Beloved reader, you must go back, investigate what set this atrocity in motion, and prevent it by any means necessary.
Alright. So, there's no way he's correct, is there? No way we could be going back. We head through the strange door. Hopefully it wasn't so blurry because he's so sleepy. Oh, there he is. I was like, where's the guy that's normally sitting here? He's right there.
You there? Where did you come from?
I've just arrived here.
Strange. It looks like you just came out of the Jarl's private lake house.
Um, I I got lost. Sorry.
Yeah, well, just make sure you don't get lost in anyone else's home. Live by our laws here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws.
Don't hurt anyone, don't steal anything. Same as anywhere else. Only the punishment here is much, much worse. The Jarl can tell you more, and help you get settled in. Might even have some quarters for you. I can take you to him if you like.
Alright, sure.
Follow me.
Let's go.
So, this is our farmland where we grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you ever want is leek, cabbage, and potato. If you have goods, the merchants at the market up ahead will be happy to see you. Most of us have few belongings, just what we brought in with us.
Morning, Govar.
Morning, Yzmar.
Above us is the sun under the ground. It's strange and no substitute for the real sun, of course, but these days it doesn't bother me.
We can
Above
talk,
us is
but be
the
quick.
sun under the ground.
Citadel.
It's strange and no
Take your
substitute for the
for
real sun,
example,
of course,
standing up there.
but
Just look at him.
Yeah, Hjormund, you're a really big man, aren't you?
Milk drinker.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your strapping new friend, Golvar?
We're on our way to see the Jarl. There'll be time for you to get your claws into our friend here later.
I look forward to it. You should come for a drink at my tavern, the Golden Sentinel, tonight. Just about everyone's there after dark.
Be careful with Rastasia. She...
Well, it's not my place to say. There's enough gossip in this place as it is. It's a small city after all.
Only 24 of us at the moment. 23 if you don't count Brandis, who's halfway to the next life. Luke is barely managing to keep him alive.
Interesting. She's probably very curious what's going on.
This is the Citadel, where the Jarl and his guests live.
If you manage to worm your way in with them, you might get to live here too.
Gulver, what do you think you're doing? You're meant to be working the Owl's farm, not trudging dirt into his citadel.
Hjormund, take it easy, would you? I was just showing our new friend here to the Jarl.
Well, how about you get back to work, and I take our new friend the rest of the way?
I'm gonna take off her, Volsung. I don't need to have it on right now. It does bring our carry weight down quite a bit. So we're gonna throw the Ring of Ancients back on. Don't really need the Ring of Hearsing here.
If you don't work, none of us eat, Gulver. Remember that.
How could I forget?
Fine, I'll get back to work.
It was nice meeting you, my friend. Stop by for a chat anytime you like.
I'm sorry about that. That probably sounded a bit harsh, but it's my job to make sure we all have enough to eat. I'm Jormund. Let's head up to the next floor then, shall we? Stay close behind me. Wouldn't want you getting lost now, would we?
As if he knows that was our excuse for why we were in the Jarl's lake house. I think that the reason why Sarah didn't say anything was because she doesn't know exactly what's going on yet. She's very confused. So she's trying to play it off. I wonder if we're going to do our fishing now, since... Are you going to go upstairs or not?
It's good to see a new face here. I haven't had any new arrivals in a while. Since Marius. But he mostly keeps to himself. Bit secretive, actually. Most people are pretty friendly though. And so they should be. This is the closest you'll get to Sovngarde in all of Tamriel. No crime, no conflict. Most folk don't even bother up.
Now, that was interesting. He mentioned the fact that Marcius was the most recent person to arrive. Now, if we look at the arrival log real quick, well, at least the arrival log we have, go all the way forward, and we'll notice that Marcius was right before Alturus arrived. Now, Alturus was the one that we found out at the tree. Citadel lower floor, none, refused all roles. Seen wandering the city at night, watch. So, it's an interesting thought process that this is one of those people. We also have Lundurus, Vigil of Stendar, died searching underground tunnels, asked Hjormund to bar door to tunnels, and posted a note warning against further expeditions. And then we have Brandis has upset other subjects with claims about ancient evil under the city. Well, remember that we tried to go into that underside place, and we ended up getting lost down there. Well, we ended up getting almost killed by a cave-in, so that's interesting to consider.
Even if you could steal something without breaking the dwarves' law, it's not as if you could sell it to anyone here.
You mentioned the dwarves' law there. Sarah's probably curious, but she's already kind of caught on to like the whole "don't kill anybody, don't steal anything." do really hate the fact that I am just slightly slower than him if I'm walking and slightly faster than him if I'm running.
Oh, welcome. I'm Gaia. Do come and say hello when you're free.
Always got her nose buried in a book, that one. Helps out Brawl down in the city, our resident expert about the history and laws of the Dwemer. Last I heard, they were trying to track down some dwarven artifacts. You should ask Brawl about it, if you're into that sort of thing. This is the Citadel kitchen. Remember to be polite to our cook Sanchi. She does her best with what she has, which isn't much.
Interesting.
Now let's head up to the Jarl's floor.
Might poke her head in there and see if she can buy some food from her, because food is definitely something she needs, but right now a nap would be better.
Alright, so we're about to meet Jarl Metellus. There's a couple of things you should know about him, if you want to make a good impression. First, he was the first one here. Well, he was here before the rest of us anyway. So the Citadel is his, and we're all his guests. Second, he's very protective of this place, and won't tolerate anyone disturbing the peace. So be on your best behaviour, and you should be fine.
We also have to remember Metellus is the one that left the note for us, saying that he needed our help. But we're going to be Sarah's probably very interested in meeting him. She's probably exhausted though and probably wants to get some sleep, but there's nothing much I can do about that just yet. I do apologize for the blurry screen. It is something I find very annoying about being tired in this. There's that door again.
This is the top of the Citadel. The bathhouse is off limits, and I'm not even sure what's behind the gold door. Only the Jarl has ever gone in there.
I think my father's expecting you. Lucky you.
Alright, you're on your own from here. I've got lazy farmers to supervise. Good luck with the Jarl, and I'll see you around.
See you around.
The Jarl is waiting for you on his balcony, on your left.
What's your story?
What? Did you say something to me?
Yeah, I asked what your story was.
No use talking to me, young'un. Can't hear a word you're saying. Both me ears went years ago. Still got my one good eye, though. All I used to be a vigilant of Stender till I slipped up. You take it from me. You ever find yourself toe-to-toe with the flame Atronach, you make sure you put some distance between you before you kill it. Otherwise, whoosh. Eyes, ears, and hair gone, all at the same time.
I love this guy's story. Okay.
Still can't hear ya.
Yes, stop talking, Sarah. The guy just said he can't hear you. We're gonna go and see the Jarl. The Jarl of the Forgotten City.
There's a face I don't recognize. Welcome to my city. I'm Jarl Metellus. Tell me, what is your name?
Sarah.
It's always exciting to meet a new member of our small community. Now, before I forget, since you're here for good, you'll need some quarters. Here's a key to the last vacant chambers down in the city, between Brawl and Luki. It's all yours. Now tell me, what brings you to my city?
Actually, you sent me here from the future to save the city. Yeah, Sarah probably says, okay, this is the time to kind of like get this guy on my side.
I sent you here. I'm not sure what you mean.
Here's the letter you will write shortly after the city is destroyed. I think that should have been gives him the city.
The victims of an unspeakable atrocity. I will open a portal that will take you into the past. You must go back. This is real, isn't it? I've even toyed with the idea of creating a portal between 2 points in time, with Brawl's help. But that's odd. My letter makes no mention of what caused the disaster. I suppose I was in a hurry. So tell me, what's going to happen to us?
I don't know. But it was dark, and there was burnt corpses everywhere.
That's exactly what I saw when I first discovered this place, several years ago. It seems whatever happened then is going to happen again. I think it has something to do with the dwarves' law. This is bad. This is very, very bad.
It's the dwarves' law.
Yes. You see, the dwarves who built this place left inscriptions. Brawl hasn't been able to fully translate them, but we understand some parts. This warning keeps coming up. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. We think that breaking the law here will cause some kind of event. The truth is, I've used the dwarves' law to frighten my people into obedience, and it's worked so far. But someone's... Let me think. Your arrival here is exactly what I need. You've helped me a great deal by bringing this note to my attention. I wonder if you could do me another favor.
What do you want?
I need you to investigate the city, talk to my people, help them, if it'll win their trust. You can even go through their possessions, if you have to. You must work out who is going to break the dwarves' law. Once you have a name, come back and tell me immediately. As Jarl, I authorize you to go anywhere you need to go, including private homes. But if someone asks you to leave, you should do so immediately.
If I help you, will you give me back to my own time and out of the city?
I can't promise either of those things, but I will certainly do everything within my power to help you once you've helped my people. And of course, if you decide to stay, I would make sure you enjoy a comfortable life here. Now what do you say? Will you help me?
I don't really have much of a choice in the matter, and getting him on our side is better than not having him on our side right now, so she's going to agree.
Thank you. Now, you mustn't tell anybody where you're from or what may be about to happen here. People do foolish things when they panic. If it helps you, you're welcome to borrow the book on my desk. It contains the names and addresses of my subjects. Just don't show it to anyone. Goodbye for now, and good luck. I don't need to tell you what will happen if you fail.
Alright, so we now have his permission to basically explore the city to our heart's content. He also told us we could have this book. We're going to go ahead and take this book, because if we notice, we'll go into the back and we'll notice something very interesting about this, which I think is actually extremely interesting. Our name has now been written into it. Trespassed in his lake house. We are now in Atreus's, the other guy's, basic steps. We're going to take this with us because we do need it. We're not going to steal his soup. We're not going to take his food. We're not going to break into his chest just yet. We might come back later and do some of that. For now, we're not going to. Mostly for our own reasons. But we will head downstairs. We'll head back down through where we came. Not entirely sure what's going to go on with the whole thought process with the bathhouse, although I am curious to know. We're not going to do it, but, I wonder if breaking that would actually do anything. We'll probably look into that. And there are a few things I will allow myself to do, but I will keep constantly trying to remember to save our progress, as I want to explore this city as much as I can with this playthrough, without breaking my own laws, or the dwarves' laws. Well, we're not breaking them yet. Eventually, Sarah might have to break the law. But we will know what the consequences of that are once we do. There's Gaia.
Hello there.
Which, we'll talk to everyone later. Sarah's now exhausted. she is going to head to her home and sleep. The guy gave her a house, so she is more than happy to finally get some sleep. What's funny is that what happened to me the first time I came through didn't happen to me this time, so we didn't get the quest I was expecting. Oh god.
Help! There's a looter coming into the city.
Did you
I saw
see?
a man come down the shaft, but he was armed and he looked like a looter. If he makes it into the city and starts attacking people, he'll break the dwarves' law, and who knows what will happen. You have to stop him.
Sarah decides that, yeah, this is probably something that is important for her to deal with, and probably needs to be dealt with now. She slips her mask back on and
Everybody, go home.
Yes?
I'm going to deal with this now because I know what happens if we fail, and I don't want to fail. And put these two on the ground. You'll notice this one's a little bit different from a looter. Let's say. Oh, it's for the Forgotten Not. Romelius, that Mercius is the threat. Identify the person most likely to destroy the city. Talk to Brol, the scholar, about finding a way out. Go through the city entrance gate and stop the looters from coming down the shaft. The next one we find is we have the Ebony Dagger, which we'll take, and the Warlock's Orders. Orders out. The Warlock's Orders. My sweet child, if Quintius thinks he can hide from his own family, he is an even greater disappointment than I thought. He may have eluded his other siblings, but I know you won't let me down as they did. Take some of your playthings and find out where the venomous little spider is hiding, and when you find him, sweetling, do what you do best. M. Well, it's kind of obvious to find out what this all means. As far as this goes, Yara Maltius asked me to discreetly work out who is the trigger the destruction of the city. I will need to talk to each resident and look around. Once I have settled on a suspect, I should inform him immediately. Well, I know why it's giving us that as Martius being a possibility. But we're gonna head back inside the city. We do have these chests which are relocked. Gems. Might come back for them if we need the money, but I don't want to sit here and poke at these master locks trying to open them up. Although, I will say we did notice that this one was open when we came through originally. Ugh.
Is it over? Is it safe?
I took care of the looters.
Oh, thank the gods. What a relief. We're so lucky that you arrived in time to stop them. I'll be sure to tell everyone what you've done for us. Thank you so much. If there's ever anything my husband Tabik and I can do to help you, just ask.
I should be going.
Nice to talk to you. See you soon.
You too. Sarah is exhausted. Oh. We'll be dealing with him later, but Sarah's far too tired right now for that. That's Burl's chambers, which means this must be ours. We have our entrances, a little bit of stuff. We have a chest, which I think we can use to keep stuff in here. Not entirely sure. Ooh, class armor of major regeneration. What the flip? Was not expecting to find that. Magic potions and vagrant robes of elemental of imminent conjuring. And if we go down here, we can find a door that requires a key to the underground tunnels. For now, Sarah is just going to go ahead and get some sleep. He is exhausted. 5, 6, and 7. We're going to go ahead and sleep till 7 in the morning. Just because I want her to get her sleeping schedule back on track. And here we are. We are famished. Hopefully we can find more food. Bread? That'll be enough for now. She is going to change out of her current gear. Kind of understands that this place is probably relatively safe. Shoulder cape will stay on. Also going to take off her Volsing and the ring. Oh, apparently the ring, without the ring she can't. Oh, because we are not wearing Volsing. That's fine. We'll keep the Ring of Ancients on for now then. We might drop off some of our stuff down here. Might leave some of this crap, some of this junk we've picked up inside of that chest. Just the stuff that I don't feel like it would be too big of a deal if I lost it. Alright, let's head to the city and check it out. Now that it's early morning. Now, the one person that she definitely wants to see is this guy. Because they mentioned that this guy is doing research. And he said that and the guy mentioned that he works with him, so.
Hello, neighbor. Would you like to hear about my research?
Sure. What's with the giant glowing orb above? Is it like a star?
That is the sun under the ground. Or at least that's how it's referred to in the dwarven text we've managed to translate. I must confess, I haven't the faintest idea of how it works. But it seems to be giving us light and allowing us to grow crops, even under the ground. Of course, if it ever stops glowing, for whatever reason, we'll all be in quite a lot of trouble. But don't concern yourself with such dark thoughts. I'm sure we have nothing to worry about.
Do you know anything? What can you tell me about the Dwarves' Law?
Well, the dwarves who built this city left inscriptions in the citadel, which translate to, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." My research leads me to believe that if a single member of our community sins, it'll trigger an event, killing us all. I believe such an event occurred some years ago, which is why Metellus found the city littered with burnt corpses. But to this day, there are many questions we simply don't have answers for. How is the Dwarves' Law still being enforced? How does it work? And we may never know, as long as nobody attacks or steals from anybody else. Until we know more, we all need to be on our best behavior.
Do you know a way out of here?
Now that's an interesting question. I personally don't know any way out, no. However, I have a theory. It's more of a hypothesis, really. My thinking is that if there was a way out of here, the dwarves who built this place must have known about it.
Dwarves disappeared ages ago.
True, but we can learn all sorts of things about them from what they left behind. Inscriptions, architecture, relics, statues. And while I've discovered many things here, there are some parts of the city I haven't been able to get to. I'm most interested in the palace, above the lake. Unfortunately, it's sealed up tight. Only one man ever managed to enter, and he never came out. That was Narnibus, and we haven't heard from him in years. Strange fellow. I believe he was looking for the secrets of the dwarves too. If you could find a way in there, I'm sure it would tell us a great deal about this place. Who knows what secrets we could uncover?
What's your story?
My story? What a strange question. You presuppose that my life is a simple linear sequence of events which can be summed up in a verbal narrative? Well, that's nonsense, of course. First, most of it was so long ago I barely remember. Second, you would have to assume that the account I give you is biased heavily in my favor, and is therefore quite unreliable. And finally, my story is really much less interesting than this mysterious place. Now, do you have any sensible questions, or can I get back to work?
I just wanted to know more about what you do and where you're from.
Well, why didn't you say so? I research Dwarven history and technology, and I'm originally from Kragenmoor in Morrowind. Any other questions?
No, I think I'll be
Very
going.
well. Come back if you think
She's going to ask her about time, but character-wise, she's afraid that this girl will overhear, and she doesn't know who this person is. She just doesn't know if she can trust her. Doors to Oblivion. I'm looking at all of this stuff. I'm not gonna steal any of it because then we're gonna find out a lot about this place in only a few seconds. What's your story?
I'm a Breton from Hyrak. I've studied history at the Imperial City, which led me to Skyrim in search of Dwemer ruins. And now I'm here. Some days I just can't believe my luck. Working with Bro, researching the richest source of Dwemer history and technology I could have imagined. I feel like we're on the brink of some amazing discoveries about the Dwemer. Who knows? Maybe we'll find not all of them have disappeared.
Tell me the history of this
I
place.
could, but Bro knows much more than I do. You should really talk to him. Ask him any question you have. He's amazingly knowledgeable.
You need any help with your research?
Now that you mentioned it, I do. I need you to get something for me, and it won't be easy. I've tried everything I can think of, and still nothing. There's a big Nord living down in the city called Rikus. You may have seen him walking around in an immaculate example of Dwarven armor. I need that armor. It's the only one like it, and I believe it to be crucial in unlocking the secret of this place. The The trouble is, before I could get a good look at it, that brute Rykas claimed it as his own and has been wearing it ever since. I've tried everything. Appeals to his better nature, flattery, charm, even threats. It's like negotiating with a brick wall. The only thing I haven't tried is violence, and you know how that would end. But I'm convinced there's a way to get it. There has to be.
All right.
Thank you. If you do manage to get it, you're welcome to keep it. I just need to have a quick look at it, that's all.
Do you know a way out of... no, we're not going to ask her that. I like training in this art of speechcraft. Maybe come for that
fine.
later.
I've got a lot of reading to do.
Very tempted to do that just because the fact that I could use the burst in speechcraft myself, personally. Alright, let's take a look around. We're gonna go into Lucky's chambers.
Oh, a new person. Well, welcome to our city, or whatever it is the Jarl tells us to say. So you're the one who killed all those people. Did it make you feel like a big hero? Have you asked yourself who's gonna clean up all your mess?
Sorry? What's your story?
I'm Luki. I'm what passes for an alchemist and healer around here. I'll be honest, I don't much care for dealing with people, or healing them, but I wouldn't trust anyone else around here with the responsibility. And I guess somebody's gotta do it, right?
Like you don't think much of your neighbors.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't like my neighbors. I don't like anyone. Stupid, untrustworthy, selfish, ugly creatures we humans are. But you know what? At least down here, people are on their best behavior most of the time, what with the dwarves' law and all. I mean, people are still bastards, but at least they have to be discreet about it. Nobody's openly violent, and nobody's ever stolen anything from me.
Got for sale?
Just a small selection of potions. Ingredients are in short supply here. Happy to buy yours if you have any.
A handful of ingredients of her own, although I'm kind of surprised you can't charge for more. I'm kind of surprised that I have his... Oh, these are what she's offering me. Buy her baked potatoes. I will buy her baked potatoes. Not a lot of potions. You don't really need much down here, though, as far as potions go. I'm surprised she's not willing to pay more for these, just because of the fact that, like, she does not have the option. Like, you would think that the ones that she does not have here, she would be, like, quickly trying to grab up. It's out of the Emerald Blood. And then we have a lot of potions. Not going to sell her any of my potions, though. And none of my skooma. Though Sarah probably now doesn't really have an interest in the skooma. I'm not entirely sure Brandis is, but...
Yes. Poor Brandis. I've been doing my best to keep the poor fool alive.
Oh, yeah.
Love him.
What happened to him?
He came here with his partner, full of big talk about how Stendar sent them to purge some great evil from beneath the city. Now, none of us know exactly what's down there, but if there is a great evil, then it made the mighty Stendar look like a milk drinker. All I know is nobody with half a brain should go down there, not without a way to protect themselves from the energy that killed poor Brandis.
One more thing.
What about him?
Can I help in some way? Is there any way I can assist him?
Yes, I suppose. Just go down and check up on him for me, would you? His house is not far from here, down in the inner ring of the city. All right. See you soon, neighbor.
Go take a look on him. I needed a reason to go see him anyways. Kinda wish you get a quest for it. But it's fine. Part of me's tempted to have Sarah walk the entire time, but I don't want to be moving at that slow of a pace. While I want to take my time, I don't want to be taking that much of my time. Or I'll deal with Yik and his armor later.
Made any
There's
exciting new discoveries?
not yet. Nothing of use, anyways. The Brandis's house. Pretty sure this is the guy that we're supposed to come see.
You there. Come over here.
Do you need help?
I'm beyond help. The potions do nothing. And I don't have much time. I just need to tell you something.
You want to tell me?
Stendar. He plants these images in my head. He shows me secrets. Made me come here.
See?
Something terrifying. Deep in the earth beneath the city. Powerful. And evil. I went down into the tunnels to destroy it. But the energy, it seeps into your bones. Please. Please, you must find a way to get down there. And finish what
Kind of hoping I can get those rags off his head. Those are really cool. Goes to leave and then sees this note. This will. I, Brandis, of the Vigil of Stendar, make this will. I leave all my worldly possessions, including my immaculate dwarven boots, to whoever is willing to continue my mission and rid this place of the evil that lies buried beneath this city. May Stendar blessing protect you. Brandis, first day of last seed. With that, we can take the boots. Bloody rags. Dwemer plate. A potion of health, but they didn't seem like they were helping. Rags. There's more of those volumes. This time I am not going to take from them. Potions. So we'll go back and tell her that Brandis is dead. Kind of surprised it doesn't tell you to do that.
Hi there.
About Brandis.
Yes. What about him?
He died.
Oh, I see. Poor Brandis. At least he's no longer suffering. And let that be a lesson to anyone thinking of entering the tunnels under the city. Fine, just walk away.
Sarah probably doesn't know how to feel about that.
We can talk, but be quick. Domitus could be back any second.
What's your story?
I'm Saphira. I'm from Markarth, from a part called the Warrens. If you've never gone there, don't. Just don't. About a year ago, I met a guy there. Said he was there for business. Nobody has any business being in the Warrens. But he had coin, and when he saw me, I saw a way out. Long story short, I followed him here. The more I think about it, though, I would have been better off in the Warrens with the beggars and skeevers.
You want to get away from Dominus?
Guess you haven't met him, huh? Take my advice. Stay as far away from him as you can.
Don't the laws protect you from him?
If only. Look, whoever dreamt up the dwarves' law didn't think it through. Maybe it was meant to protect people, but what it really does is make everybody too afraid to stand up for themselves or challenge people in power, and Domitus knows that. He's next in line as Jarl of this place, so he gets his way by threatening to punish anyone who doesn't do what he wants. He's never physically hit anyone here, But the point is, he doesn't have to. I've seen him make grown men cry. Nords. I cry most days. I think about leaving him, but where would I go? He says he'd make sure I wound up living in poverty again, like poor old Dooley.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, interfering will only make things worse. The only way you can help me is to find a way out of this city, or do something about the dwarves' law. I don't know if there's a way out or not, but there are places beneath this city nobody has ever explored. If I were you, I'd start with the tunnels.
Do
Well,
my
I suppose
best.
that's all I can ask for.
See ya.
Alright, but we never had this chat, okay?
Alright. Oh. What world? How is she dead and why is she dead? Be sure she's not supposed to be dead. Need to figure that out later. But that's going to be a different episode, as we are currently out of time for this one. It has been interesting. I don't know how to feel about the fact that we found a corpse, especially since in a town where killing people can trigger an event. And we will be seeing what that event is at some point. We'll be heading down into the underground at some point, and we'll be doing a lot of other stuff at some point. But for now, I have been the Seven Swords. You've all been amazing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.